Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am in Shenzhen with the Sony A7RV and the 35-150 f2 to f2.8 lens from Tamron. Now the idea is I've got 2 to 3 hours to kill, so I'm going to be walking around the city, getting some street shots and just seeing what this city has to offer. There's a couple of interesting characters already that I've seen, and I'm excited just to shoot in a new city and be in a new country. So let's get into it and see what we can find. There's a dude just down here standing next to a bike, which is pretty cool. And I haven't ever shot here, so I don't know the vibe. We'll find out, see how the vibe is, and we'll go from there. So I just got a shot there, walking across the road. I think the camera was a little bit squiff, but I think I got the shot, which looked pretty cool. I'm gonna keep heading kind of this way towards that tall building. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just walking and seeing what I find, just exploring with my feet. So there's a cool shot just up here where people are walking just on the top of these steps, and I think at 150mm they'll be nice and compressed with the background, which is obviously of the skyline. So that might be quite a nice shot. So I'm just going to wait for a moment. There was just 2 people then, so I'm going to hang fire and see if I can get the shot, because I think that'll look really nice. And actually in that frame we have a... Oh, did I get it? I think I did. Oh yeah, that looked pretty sick. We've even got a bit of the tree in there, which looks nice. Oh, that's pretty sick, you know. Maybe I'll try and go... I don't know if I can go up there. I do have to be conscious of not to film like any like government buildings or anything like that. That's one of the big things you have to remember when you go to a new country is, well, any country really, just don't film government buildings. The issue with it being a new country is it's not obvious what those buildings are, so it's just always be mindful when you're walking past places, just to keep an eye on what you're shooting. Look at this colour on this Tesla, it's pretty cool. I like the layers of like the tower blocks up here, that's nice. Just so you can see what I'm looking at. Simple shot, but looks cool.
Where's the pictures outside there?
That way? Yeah, I'm walking that way. Thank you. That was nice. The guy just gave me a suggestion where to go and take some photos, and he said go over that way, so that's where I'm heading. So, good job I thought about it. Cool shot over here on the right. Some dudes just having a smoke. Just gonna get settings, pop up, get the shot, and bam. I think 35 for this shot might be pretty cool. Kind of like the dude with the background, it's quite nice. One of the things that I'm kind of not used to is like, see this guy on the path on his like electric scooter. Something that I haven't seen before, which is pretty cool. I mean, I guess if people are safe about it, it's good. I mean, some of the buildings here are like literally insane. I don't know if you guys can see, but down there is a pretty cool shot because it goes up like arches into the city. So I think at like 150 it might look pretty cool. If I can get to like the center reservation just in front of me here and then shoot from that side down the way I want to go. I'm just gonna cross. I think, oh, that looks sick. So that's a U-turn space. So I think if I just stand maybe by here. The taxi that's just gone up there, which is kind of framed by the trees a little bit. Well, I'm on a green, so I'm going to cross. See if I can get a shot of this dude. There's a guy on like a bike with like a gazillion bikes on the back, which looks pretty cool. Let's see if I can get a shot of him. I don't know if you can see that. on the screen. It's pretty sick. Right, let's cross over. I couldn't get the shot that I wanted to. I'll have to live with the shot that I got, which isn't a bad photo, but you get the idea. I was trying to frame a car or a moped or a motorbike or something with the tree and the background. It looked pretty cool. So I'm just excited to be in a different city. Like, whenever I go to a different city, I love to see the different architecture. Sometimes it's like, you know, old, sometimes it's new, whatever the architecture. Like, for example, this building here, like, look at that. Like, that's mad. It's so sick to see. Realizing, well, not many people walk. Like, I'm out and about walking, and I thought there'd be more people just walking on the street. There's no one. No one's driving around. It's just me getting stared at. So maybe it's not a thing. They're like, why is this weird white guy walking around talking to himself? Okay, so I was trying to get to the other side of the road, and somebody pointed down here. So, I mean, this is a huge metro station. It's crazy. Well, I mean, it's the railway station. That's where I'm going to get the train back to Hong Kong later, but it's massive. Maybe this dude with the city in the background, because it looks pretty cool. So we'll go landscape. Nice. So in the area that I'm in here, it's quite like a grid system. So you get these really cool long roads. So obviously the road goes all the way down there, and then if we turn this way, and it goes all the way down there. So it can actually give some really cool compression shots. So if I just kind of put you guys back straight. So the shot I'm looking at getting is, I'm thinking as somebody like crosses the road down there, it might look pretty cool. Unfortunately, this crossing doesn't go the same time as that crossing. Otherwise, it looked pretty sick. Well, maybe it will, but I don't think it does. Okay, I think if I stand here, I might be able to get a cool shot. I've got about 20 seconds. I mean, there's a cool BYD car on the other side, which could look pretty cool if I get a gap. Dude on the scooter. Right, let's move before I get run over. This dude, surely. Pretty cool shot. I mean, it's pretty difficult to like, because I have no idea how the traffic system works here. So I'm trying to like understand it while not getting run over. It's quite funny. Okay, well, bare time, loads of time here. Got 80 seconds. Oh, surely that dude up there. I mean, I definitely don't have enough time here because I'm here for 3 hours. Well, I've been here longer, but I've got about 3 hours remaining. But this city's so big, it's so hard to like go and see everything. But I'm gonna do my best to get as many cool shots as I can while wandering around the streets of Shenzhen. Okay, so I've got 60 seconds that way. So let's see if I can get maybe a compressed shot of these two guys walking across the road. Okay. Person on the other side of the road on their phone. So my typical rundown when I go to a new city or a new place is the day that I arrive, I head out. Without shooting, I just head out and get an idea of the location that I'm in. So I can get a feel of how videos are going to go and how I want to shoot them, etc. There's a guy just on the other side of the street, which looks pretty cool. Okay, so there's two guys on scooters here, which are doing the same thing, so I think zoomed in. It's kind of a funny shot, but it also tells a bit of a story about maybe their day, or you know, being busy, that work life. Okay, maybe at 30mm, might be able to get like a panning shot of this dude. But yeah, that kind of worked. I kind of wanted someone to walk through the frame with the skyline in the background, but the lights have got about 20 seconds left and I don't see anyone going through the frame, so I'll have to wait. Maybe this dude running through the frame. Ooh, it's not perfect, but it saves me waiting for ages for the next one, so I'm happy with it. We'll move on. I'm thinking maybe walking down this alleyway here, because it's kind of like this natural frame. If we stand here, you can see what I mean. So looking down here, maybe like a person on a scooter, or I don't know. Oh, there's someone coming towards me actually. It does look like, if this, I don't know if you guys can see, but this barrier was straight, which is not. If it was straight, I think it would look pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to move on from this location because I feel like I've exhausted it. So I'm going to head down this way, down the road that I was just shooting just now. So just on the other side of the road here, they've like broken down, and I think it's quite cool. So one of the things I'm thinking about, like, is it's actually, I mean, I guess it's because of the time of day, but it's actually a lot quieter than I anticipated it to be. I thought it'd be a lot busier, but maybe I'm just in the wrong part of town. But I was hoping to get more people so I can get more like motion blur type of photos. So like long exposure, but like with people like going through the frame and stuff. So it's like a corner stand over here. I'm just waiting for multiple people to walk into the frame. Just getting a really punched in shot of this dude just in front of me. You can see him on the screen. He's on the scooter, the moped. Okay, I'm going to get a panning shot, so I'm going to put it at 30th of a second, f8 ISO 320. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like the one we got earlier. It might even be the same guy, to be honest with you. But it's a guy on a like motorbike towing a bunch of push bikes. One of the main questions I get on social media is how to deal with expectation, and that's both in photos and in content. A lot of the time when you go to a new city or a new country, there's this expectation for you to create a certain amount of photos or to walk away with bangers, as they say. And I feel like that a little bit today because I'm only in Shenzhen for I was here for a meeting with DJI this morning, which went really well. It was great to meet up with my contact there. So, hello, Nicole, how are you? But I had a couple of hours spare. So I had this feeling that I needed to create like a whole entire video, which I have, you've seen it. I think the photos turned out really well. But they're not epic photos, they're not great photos, but they're good. And I think I'm going to go back home, I'm going to edit them, and I'm going to be satisfied with the content that I've taken. That being said, there is room for that potential disappointment in there, where I get back and maybe the photos aren't as good. But typically when I go to a new place, I go out for a bit of a walk, a bit of a wander, before I shoot anything. Today, obviously, it was a little bit different because I was only here for one day. I will be back Shenzhen and China. I definitely will be back to visit the entire country. Well, maybe not the entire country, that's a bit bold, but I will be back to see more of the country. And I guess what I'm saying is try not to fall into these expectation traps where you feel like you have to do something just to validate yourself as a creative, as a photographer, when actually you don't have to. As long as you're showing up, you're already winning, right? If you don't show up and you don't go out and you don't try, you're definitely not winning. And I think that's one thing people need to remember, that as long as you show up, you're already winning, because those that are sitting at home are not doing the same as you. So next time you're feeling a little bit deflated, or you're feeling maybe you haven't done enough, just remember you're already doing enough.